everyone, it's 8 in the morning. Right before entering my exam hall, my anxiety started to build in and it became uncontrollable. The fear of forgetting everything in my exam made my palms sweat and I was on the verge of a breakdown. Yes, this happens to people like me that have anxiety issues and it's becoming common nowadays within the youth. This topic is very important to me and a topic which all of us can relate to during this ongoing pandemic. Let me begin with saying I'm so grateful to be here with you today and be able to share my views on emptying our cans. What does emptying our cans really mean? What does emptying our can really mean? Emptying our can really means that we should talk about our feelings out loud without any hesitation. My anxiety used to get uncontrollable, especially before an exam or an event in which I had to face a big crowd. But all thanks to my parents, my pillars of strength, that helped me realize that it's all in my head. I need to have that confidence and trust within myself in order to excel in the future. Honestly, it took me a while to empty my can, but once I did, there was no coming back. From that day onwards, I started to think optimistically and had a positive perspective towards everything in my life. Whenever I have thoughts that build up my anxiety, I go and talk to my parents about it. And once I do, it makes me feel so much better and brings up my positive energy. During this pandemic, mental health has become very important, and it is important for you to have a healthy mindset. Embrace all your emotions. Emotions such as fear, anger, and sadness are natural responses to life, but it's important to talk about them out loud. When people don't talk about them, it often leads to limitations towards the potential of growth. Embrace all your emotions, talk about them out loud, and I assure you, you will feel much more better after opening up. The baggage of negative thoughts and emotions will be released, and instead it will bring in a positive perspective towards everything instead of just giving up. There are various benefits of talking about your feelings out loud, such as it reduces stress, it reduces anxiety, and more importantly, it makes a person feel much more better. Do you think that we have at least one person in our lives we can always count on? Well, I feel that way, as I feel we always have at least one person in our lives that we can always count on and talk about our emotions and feelings out loud without hesitating to them. It's not necessary to tell the whole world on how you're feeling, but have that confidence to confide with a select few. Let's take a moment and think about that one person in our lives that we can always count on. Also, ask yourselves, have you ever had an anxiety attack? Have you ever felt lonely? Have you ever felt that you can't do a task ahead? Genuinely do an introspection and you will realize that sharing feelings is not an easy task for a lot of people. The very thought of sharing feelings can be uncomfortable for people at times. Can we really empty out our cans? Ask yourselves. Personally, over a period, I have now learned to empty my can. And it's almost like a habit now of emptying my can on a daily basis by talking to my parents and my two best friends. By doing so, I feel so much better, and once I talk to them, it makes me feel so much happier and helps me maintain a healthy mindset. Talking to them also helps me release the negative thought baggage and instead bring in the positive energy. It also helps me improve my self-control, as it makes me realize that I have the power to control my emotions and my feelings, and once I do, I can achieve anything in the world. Similarly, I want you to make it a habit. Empty your can. Even if the smallest thought is troubling you, go and talk to someone and come back and reflect upon it. Do you feel better after talking to them? Once you open up about your feelings, you will feel something similar like I did. You will feel that you have the power to control your emotions and feelings, and if you use it in the correct manner, you can achieve anything you want in the world. And you will view everything from a very positive perspective instead of just giving up right away. However, there are times when you might feel you don't want to talk to anyone. Even I have those times. Instead, find an activity to do. An activity which brings you joy, helps you relax, and helps you to forget about all your worries around you. Find your passion. It can be anything from dancing to singing to painting or even playing a sport. For me, dance is my therapy. When I dance, I forget about all my worries around me and just be happy and relax. Dance brings me joy and brightens my mood instantly. I want all of you to ask yourself, what activity actually brings you joy? Focus on that activity and do it for at least half an hour every day. Moreover, how many of you have pets at home? Pets give positive energy and bring happiness in our daily lives. They usually reduce our stress, anxiety, and bring out the positive side in us. I have a dog named Pepper, and he's 2 years old. Whenever he's around me, I'm like a small child again. He makes me feel so happy and makes me forget about all my worries around me. Being surrounded by the right people is so important, as it instantly uplifts our mood and brings in the positive energy into our lives. It helps us forget about all our worries and just live in that moment. Lastly, learn to live in every moment. Learn to be happy. Learn to be surrounded by the right people. Learn to think optimistically in every moment of your life. Get up every morning and tell yourself that you got this and you can overcome anything that comes between your path. Thank you everyone for being here today and listening to my talk. I hope you have a great day ahead.